Becky Lynch wins the WWE Women's World Championship in a Battle Royal on Monday Night Raw. Finn Balor signs a brand new contract with WWE. The latest Uncle Howdy teases have been revealed as a new QR code pops up last night on Raw and leads to a very interesting video. Which NXT stars could be part of the draft that haven't already been announced? We'll let you know who. Gunther declares his entry, among others, for the King of the Ring tournament. But also last night, did we see the end of Imperium as a faction on WWE television? The Awesome Truth retained their World Tag Team Championships against DIY, and Dominic Mysterio reportedly is dealing with an injury. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's start off talking about the brand new WWE Women's World Champion Becky Lynch. After challenging for the championship at WrestleMania and being unsuccessful, this time the man is the champ once more. Becky Lynch won her 7th singles title on WWE's main roster Monday night, capturing the Women's World Championship in a Battle Royal with 13 other stars on Raw. Lynch was able to hit a manhandle slam on Liv Morgan on the apron to drop Morgan to the floor and become the last woman standing, claiming the bout after Rhea Ripley was forced to vacate the title due to injury following a backstage segment with Liv Morgan a couple of weeks ago. Out of the 14 women in the match, Candice LeRae was the first eliminated by Alpha Academy's Maxine Dupree, who then walked right into a big boot from LeRae's tag team partner Indy Hartwell. Maxine threw out Hartwell as well, but was eliminated by Nia Jax in the match. Lynch was able to eliminate Piper Niven, who then drug Lynch out of the ring through the bottom rope and drove her through into the steps before hitting a cannonball. Niven tore apart the announce desk before Jax also left the ring legally. Jax hit a chokeslam on Niven onto Lynch on the desk, then hit a Samoan drop on Niven on top of Lynch before getting back in the ring. Jax, Lynch, Liv Morgan, and Shayna Baszler were the final 4 women in the match. Lynch pulled herself back in the ring following Baszler's elimination and teamed up with Morgan to eliminate Jax. Morgan hit a code breaker onto the Irresistible Force, and Lynch followed it up with a leg drop to get Jax over the top rope. Morgan and Lynch then battled on the apron of the ring. Lynch hit a manhandle slam onto Morgan for the victory. Following the match, the man celebrated her victory with the fans in the crowd as Raw went off the air. What are your thoughts on Becky Lynch winning the championship? Do you think it was the right call? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments section below. Now, Finn Balor, he made the declaration on social media that he's staying with WWE, and we've got more details on it. Now, Finn Balor, as I mentioned, took to social media just about 30 minutes or so before Raw went on the air. He said, quote, "I would like to take this moment to say thank you to WWE for 10 incredible years. And after much thought and consideration, I have decided that now is the right time to say, I ain't going nowhere." Now, many people perceive this as Balor saying that he had signed a new contract, and that indeed is the case. As I mentioned, Finn Balor posted this on social media, and Fightful confirmed the news. Fightful say they had heard Monday that Balor was staying with WWE and was signing a long-term contract extension with the company. Balor's deal was set to be up within the next couple of months. Fightful have been told that WWE was looking to sign Balor to a multi-year big money offer. It was expected that he would have major interest outside of the company, and that specifically AEW is looking to sign potential free agents this summer. His name was on their list of talent they were keeping an eye on. So Finn Balor, he's not going anywhere. As he mentions, he's sticking around with WWE. Now, the latest Uncle Howdy teases last night on Monday Night Raw, and this is certainly very interesting stuff. Another week, another set of clues on Raw, seemingly teasing the return or debut of a mysterious figure or figures. While most predictions center around Uncle Howdy, Taylor Rotunda, formerly known as Bo Dallas, perhaps in some sort of new stable, there haven't been any clear-cut giveaways to that end just yet. Well, maybe there have been now. Last night, as Chad Gable took to the ring to address his actions after the Intercontinental Championship match with Sami Zayn last week, similar images to what we've seen in previous weeks actually appeared on the screen. Now, this QR code actually appeared now. We saw the logos that we've seen previously. Interestingly, we saw this image, which looks to be a female figure, maybe Sister Abigail or something like that, briefly flashed on the screen. Let me know who you think that is. We then saw this image, which is very difficult to make out if it's anything. Let me know what you think that is as well. Then we saw the QR code, which you right now can scan if you wish. And then finally, we saw this sort of crow image that we have seen in recent weeks. Now, when it comes to this QR code, if you scan it, it takes you to this website. It's a landing page at the WWE.com/55555. And you see this video. Now, I'm going to talk you through it because it then leads to an actual video with sound. But you get this here. You will bear witness, begin the endless crawl, type the number of sense organs, and you shall behold all. Now, if you type in howdy, interestingly, you get hello. If you type in Bray, you get a response, remembered. If you type in Wyatt, you get forever. If you type in the same, you get Wyndham, you get forever. If you type in the answer, which is 5, you then get your invitation and you see the following video. Certainly interesting stuff. So what do you make of all of that? What do you make of everything you've seen? As I mentioned, you get these old school graphics coming soon before getting this creepy house and a note. And on the note, it says, remember who you are. Do you think that this is going to be leading to Uncle Howdy? Are you interested in this? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments section below. Now, a bit of an update when it comes to the WWE Draft. Of course, this begins this coming Friday night on SmackDown. And according to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer Daily Update, Baron Corbin, who has been working in NXT for the last few months, is planned to be present for both nights of the WWE Draft, SmackDown on April 26 and Raw on April 29. The report shared that there would be a lot of talent from both main roster brands at both shows as well. Meltzer would go on to write that for the most part, talent doesn't know if they will be moved brands in advance, although top talent may know. Overall, however, the moves are kept secret until the announcements are officially made. Meltzer did include a line about one specific talent, writing, quote, Baron Corbin will be at both shows, so there's a strong chance he'll wind up back on one of the main rosters. For his part, Corbin himself did actually respond to this, writing, quote, for real? Sweet, I didn't know. Hopefully they book me some flights. Now, Baron Corbin's former Wolf Dogs tag team partner Bron Breakker is currently drafted to the SmackDown brand, and there were reportedly discussions within the company about reuniting the pair on the main roster post-draft. So what would you like to see happen with Baron Corbin, if anything, in the draft? Let me know your thoughts about that as well. Now, good that he was back on Raw for the first time since losing the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. And of course, two iconic tournaments are returning. On May 25th, WWE King and Queen of the Ring will be live from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And on Raw, we learned of at least a few of the participants in the men's tournament. Gunther made his first appearance on WWE television since losing the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 40 after a historic 666-day reign. Relieved that he is no longer having a target on his back, the Ring General immediately declared he was putting his name in for King of the Ring tournaments. He was quickly interrupted by Kofi Kingston and his partner Xavier Woods, who won that tournament back in 2021. He also entered himself into this year's tournament before he and Kingston had a match with Imperium that eventually led to a post-match angle as well. We'll get to that in just a second. But later on Raw, Drew McIntyre entered the tournament as well. He was quickly confronted by the recently returned Sheamus, who did not officially declare but could be seen as a likely participant if he and McIntyre are starting a new feud. Now, as of this recording, no women have announced themselves for the Queen of the Ring tournament, though WWE may have been waiting until they crowned a new Women's World Champion in the main event. Of course, Zelina Vega won the inaugural Queen's Crown tournament back in 2021, defeating Piper Niven, then known as Doudrop, in the finals. Now, I mentioned there was a big angle after Gunther's return, and it seemingly is the split of Imperium. This has been teased for quite some time, but it happened last night on Raw. Following months of teases towards cracks in the armor with Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci have appeared to be at least closer towards being on the same page as of late. But last night on Raw, following a loss to the New Day that went all out the window as Kaiser turned on Vinci and beat him relentlessly outside of the ring. With producers and referees separating the former partners, Kaiser doubled down back on the ramp, sprinted around the ring and blasted Vinci one more with a drop kick as he lay prone on the ring steps. Kaiser then walked back to the backstage area with a proud smile on his face before encountered Gunther in gorilla position, where the ring general smiled and nodded in approval. So maybe we're getting back to what we saw when Gunther first came up to the main roster, when it's just Gunther and it's just the Kaiser, or is this just a bit of tough love and is Imperium going to be staying the same? Let me know your thoughts and predictions for that one too. The Awesome Truth retained their World Tag Team Championships on Raw last night. Many longtime fans of NXT have the rivalry between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano at or near the top of their list for most recent memorable matches in the brand's history. And judging by Ciampa's reaction following DIY's loss to the Awesome Truth on Raw, we might get to see that rivalry revisited on the main roster before too long. The Miz and R-Truth managed to retain the World Tag Team Championships by hitting a truth-crushing finale on Gargano to get the pin. After the match, Gargano shook the hands of the champions and encouraged Ciampa to do the same, only for the latter to angrily shrug off the gesture and leave the ring. Moments prior, DIY appeared poised to earn their first main roster gold following a meet in the middle and a pin attempt by Gargano, but just prior to the referee counting 3, Miz yanked him off Truth and out of the ring. When Ciampa responded, Miz tossed him over the barricade, giving the champions an opportunity they needed to retain. Whether or not Ciampa and Gargano will revisit their legendary feud on Raw or SmackDown remains to be seen, and certainly the upcoming draft will play a factor there, but after missing out on 2 chances for tag team gold as of late, of course at WrestleMania in the ladder match and last night, it does appear that a change could be on the horizon. And finally, a bit of an update when it comes to Dominic Mysterio, because Mysterio is reportedly sidelined with an injury. Now, last week it was reported by several outlets that former NXT North American champion Dominic Mysterio was off the European tour and replaced by Ricochet. Now, Fightful had also reported that Santos Escobar was set to team with JD McDonough on Raw instead of Dominic as previously advertised. Why? Well, we'll tell you why, because Dominic appeared on Raw with a sling in what Fightful has been told is a legitimate injury. Now, Fightful say they've not heard of a timetable for his return as of right now. Of course, we wish him a speedy recovery. But there you go, guys. That's the latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.